Saudi coalition airstrike in Yemen reportedly kills dozens, many kids. An airstrike by the Saudi-led coalition fighting Shiite rebels hit a bus in a market in northern Yemen on Thursday, killing dozens of people, including children, and wounding many more, Yemeni tribal leaders and local officials said. The Saudi-led coalition, however, said it had targeted the rebels, known as Houthis, who had fired a missile at the kingdom's south the previous day, killing one person. Yemen's rebel-run Al Masirah TV aired dramatic images of wounded children, their clothes and school bags covered with blood as they lay on hospital stretchers. According to Yemeni elders, the attack took place in the Dayyan market in Sada province, a Houthi stronghold. The province lies along the border with Saudi Arabia. The bus was ferrying local civilians, including many school children, they said, speaking on condition of anonymity for fear of reprisals. Abdul Ghani Naab, a local health official in Sada, told the Reuters news agency that at least 43 people were killed and 61 others left wounded by the strike. Local tribal officials earlier told the Associated Press that at least 20 were killed, but a confirmed death toll was still unavailable. There was no breakdown in the casualties and it was not immediately clear how many of the victims were on the bus itself and how many were pedestrians in the immediate area around it. It was also unclear if there were other airstrikes in the area. Colonel Turki al-Malki, a spokesman for the Saudi-led coalition, said the attack in Sada targeted the rebels who had fired a missile at the kingdom's south, killing one person and wounding 11 others. The coalition said Wednesday's projectile, fired toward the southwestern Saudi city of Jizan, was intercepted and destroyed but its fragments caused the casualties. The statement, carried by the official Saudi press agency, also said the missile was launched deliberately to target residential and populated areas. Al-Malki insisted Thursday's attack in Sada was carried out in accordance with international and humanitarian law and customs. Saudi Arabia backs Yemen's internationally recognized government and has been at war with the Houthis since March 2015. The rebels control much of northern Yemen, including the capital, Sana'a. The International Committee of the Red Cross said on Twitter that an ICRC-supported hospital received dozens of dead and wounded following the attack that hit the bus with children. Scores killed, even more injured, most under the age of 10, the head of the ICRC in Yemen, Johannes Brewer, said on his Twitter account, adding that the ICRC in Yemen is sending additional supplies to hospitals to cope with the influx. Al Masirah TV gave a different casualty toll, saying 39 people were killed and 51 wounded, mainly children. Disparate casualty tolls are common in the immediate aftermath of large attacks. Later on Thursday, airstrikes hit the Yemeni capital, Sana'a, and sounds of the blasts reverberated across the city's southern and western neighborhoods. It was not immediately clear if there were any casualties in those strikes. Yemen's stalemated, three-year war has killed over 10,000 people, badly damaged Yemen's infrastructure and crippled its health system. The coalition faces widespread international criticism for its airstrikes in Yemen that kill civilians. The battle is between Iranian-backed Shiite Muslim rebels, the Houthis, and the internationally recognized government of President Abd Rabbo Mansur Hadi. The U.S. government has backed the controversially aggressive Saudi Arabia-led offensive against the Houthis. In addition to the thousands of deaths blamed on the fighting, the war has left Yemen in chaos. The simultaneous power vacuum and crippling of Yemen's already weak health and security infrastructures have enabled al-Qaeda and ISIS affiliates to operate, albeit under threat of U.S. airstrike, and unleashed a tsunami of starvation and disease. Impoverished Yemen, on the southern tip of the Arabian Peninsula, is now in the world's worst humanitarian crisis, with more than 22.2 million people in need of assistance. Last week, Yemeni medical officials said the coalition conducted airstrikes in the rebel-held port city of Hodeidah, killing at least 28 people and wounding 70. But the coalition denied carrying out any attacks in the city, saying it follows a strict and transparent approach based on the rules international law. The fight for the port of Hodeidah, a key lifeline for supplies and aid for Yemen's population on the brink of starvation, has become the latest battleground in the devastating war. The Iran-aligned Houthis regularly fire into Saudi Arabia and have targeted its capital, Riyadh, with ballistic missiles. They say their missile attacks on the kingdom are in retaliation for air raids on Yemen by the Western-backed coalition. The UN Special Envoy for Yemen, Martin Griffiths, has been pushing to bring the warring parties to restart peace talks. He recently announced plans to invite Yemen's warring parties to Geneva on September 6 to hold the first round of consultations.